What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm down at the 2025 DFW RV party, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite campers for a family or multiple families possibly, because this is a 2-bedroom RV with a loft. There's a lot to go over and a lot to love. This is the 2025 Heritage Glen 375FAM. I had to take a look because it could be the Hemisphere. They're going to be sister products. So no matter where you're shopping, you can check for one or the other. They do that to get into a couple more dealerships. Now, Nick, if you want to show them the floor plan and the specs, I'm also going to put that down in the description. Maybe get like a little bit more of a flat face in one so they can read it a little bit. But I'm also going to put that down in the specifications. But if you guys don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button for daily RV content. Now let's head on inside, and we're going to give you a brief kind of look here of the living room so you know what you're working with. And you have another bedroom, bathroom up front. But now behind us, we're going to have a secondary bedroom. It would make a really good master suite. But let's show them this loft up here. Absolutely incredible space. So this could be, you know, for kids or possibly even just a whole bunch of storage, which is going to be really nice to have. Now, coming down into a drop frame is going to be really nice. It lowers those steps, but it gives you the head height needed for some of the taller folks. Like I am 6 foot. This is looking at about 6'5", 6'6" or so. But you have a queen size bed with, you know, half a queen size storage, which is always nice, you know, for all of your belongings. The slide height in here is roughly about 5'10" too, which is nice. Getting in and out of the bed, you don't have to worry about bonking it. Now, if you look on over here, you have plenty of storage. So you're going to have, you know, a couple little hamper opportunities there for your clothing. You have 4 pull-out drawers, which is nice, you know, for all of your, you know, boxers and t-shirts. You're also going to have a good place for a TV with the appropriate plugins. They're going to be, you know, right over there. But what's nice about the blinds here is they kind of went with the Brinkley style blinds. Jeez, oh, Pete's. The Brinkley style blinds that are built into the frames. You don't have to worry about any kids kind of yanking them around on you. Plus they have an alumifoil on the exterior to help block that sun out for you and keep the heat out. Now let's give a little look here of some hanging room and a little bit more cubby space. I think you guys will agree, you know, that is a very nice feature to have there for you too as well. And then heading into the back, like I said, you have your exterior. If you want to hand me this, that way, a little tight in here for 2 people. But you got a mirror for the old bowling gun, baby. And then you're also going to have, you know, a little bit of storage here for the medicine cabinet. You also got a little Stink Sucker 3000, you know, right there to help keeping everything nice and fresh. Solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. Along with a stainless steel bowl, access to your plumbing, you know, and a porcelain foot flush throne. And then here, if you want to take this back, I'll give them a little view of what it looks like in the shower. Now, keep in mind, I'm 6 foot, 300 pounds, so I'm not a small guy. This is the shorter shower of the 2. So you got about 6'1" right here, and then you can get your Ace Ventura on where you go. You know, whoa, whoa, you're good to go. But I like that style, and I like the fact that you have an exit hatch too. So now heading back up into the living room, I think what's nice about up here is the dual opposing slides. So you're going to have, you know, kind of your cooking slide out over here, plenty of countertop space, the island, and then you flip it back over to, you know, kind of your seating and eating slide. So this is going to be set up for 2. You can put obviously the 4 chairs there. Perfect place to have a meal, maybe play some euchre, you know, or a fun game like that. But you also get one heck of a view heading out to the side with those square style European windows. Again, you got the Dracula shade, stop the old skin from sizzling, you're good to go. But you can also open it up too, which is nice. Now for the seats over here, let's check. Yep. So it's a nice little love seat, but it's also going to be a recliner, so you can, you know, sit back, kick it, and relax. I know the TVs on the angles aren't always my favorite, but in this floor plan, you know, it really works because of where it's dispositioned with the table and the theater. But also, look here, you have the mirror with the fireplace with the mirrored reflective finish, which is nice. You can check out, you know, the old Skechers. You have your fuse box right below there. JBL speakers, and then the TV is also on a swivel. So maybe those kids, you know, are up on the loft, and now they can get a good view as well. So I think that's got a little bit of versatility to it. Now, flipping back around over to this island, you're going to have your stainless steel undermounted bowl with the high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. And then, right over here, Nick, let's show them this bad boy. Check out that pantry. I mean, I think That is absolutely incredible. I mean, Shaq could fit in there along with all of his food and everything else that you need. You also have an outlet back there too, which is nice. So maybe you got a little secret drinking problem. You want to put a blender in there. You're getting some margaritas going. You know, heck, that'd be a perfect place to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Again, plenty of countertop space in and around the oven. Well, not in the oven. That would be funky, but around the oven for sure. But you have enough places, or enough space to cook a turkey in that bad boy, along with the 4-top burner to whip up all the fixins. Doesn't get much better than that. Plenty of storage, again, both right and left. And you'll notice here too, if you zoom in on that hinge, that's going to be one of those fancy hinges. You like seeing that because now you have the soft close. So if the grandkids are coming and they're dinglings, you don't have to worry about them slamming and jamming. You know, you're just nice and quiet at night when they're getting a snack. Residential sized microwave here as well, with the only mode that matters, the old potato mode. Bada bing, bada boom. Maybe you want to heat yourself up a glass of milk there, Nick. Yeah, you got the beverage mode, then do it. More storage over here, so nothing too much to show. But then I'll take this here from you. I'll just show you that. But here under the sink, which is nice, you have this island. You got this flip-up countertop, which is pretty cool. But then, I mean, look at all the storage that you get underneath. And then you got access to your plumbing over there too as well, which is really nice. All right. Let's head up on into the bedroom. You know, first let's stop by the bathroom. And the only part that I don't like about these style doors is when I got someone coming and I'm not riding the video solo, kind of block them out. So let's switch sides here. So this is going to be the bigger of the 2 showers, which is nice. Again, 6 foot, 300 pounds. You can see about 2 of me will fit in uncomfortably, but if you guys are flat-bellied people, 2 for sure. You can maybe squeak in, you know, maybe 2.5, depending on what life's looking like for you. 6'6", up into here, 6'2" right here. The Tri-Glide Glass Series, which again is going to be more of a, how the heck does that latch work? It's more of a feature to, you know, help you get in and out more than anything. It makes a, you know, smaller space a little bit bigger as opposed to blocking off half the thing. Right over there, you got the backlit mirror. Perfect place to show off the old bowling gun again, baby. Stainless steel, plenty of storage with access to your plumbing and a little bit of cubbies. You're also going to get a little bit of shelves right over here too. But then if you flip on over here, I'll sit down on the toilet. Porcelain foot flush throne, so it's going to be big people friendly, which is nice. And then right there, you got a little bit more storage as well. So you're going to get 3 of those cubbies along with a couple hooks to maybe hang up some towels. Another little viewing window right here too, which I think is pretty cool. Doesn't open up or anything. It's going to be more cosmetic, but it just you know, allows you to not feel claustrophobic. Maybe see a good little, you know, lakeside view, something like that. Now this bedroom for a 5th wheel, you got to keep in mind, guys, we're still camping. This is a queen size bed, the backlit headboard. I mean, how pinkies up highfalutin is that? You just feel special when you got some LED lights. But also going back to the, you know, the big guy stuff. I mean, that's what you're looking like. This is home on the road, guys. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I'm working on getting a 5th wheel myself right now, so I'm pretty darn excited. I just would love to share some of those travels with you. Maybe drop a comment. Is that something that you guys would be interested in seeing? You know, me and my family kind of traveling around. You know, I don't know. Might do it on a separate channel, might do it on this channel. You guys will be the judge of that. Heck, the closet, Nick, look at this thing. I mean, I'm kind of bending over, but you can stand in this thing. You also have some hanging clothes, and put your head in there real quick and show the, I think show those little cubby spaces. I think that'd be pretty cool. Thank you, good sir. Shoop, shoop, doop. Washer and dryer prep too, so you know you can make it more a little bit home on the road if you need to do some laundry, maybe your pipeline or something like that. They also have a King Wi-Fi prep as well for the booster. Right here, you're going to have a dresser, but you got 3 pull-out drawers. You also have another TV, and the cool thing about this is, as well, is if you're bringing some jewelry, bringing some guns, you know, or something like that, you kind of want it a little bit hidden. You know, you take that sticker off so it doesn't say hidden storage right there to give off any indicators, but you got a perfect place. Now, they took some good time to decor this unit, but I think I'm going to mess with them because the ladies are pretty funny. We'll do that. We'll hide some of the decors. But all right, guys, I think that about wraps up the inside, you know, other than the fact that I did not talk about the fact there's a fan on the roof, the JBL speakers, but also the Blade lighting. So, I mean, look at that. You got accent lighting right here. You saw it on the floor, shown behind that TV. Imagine those lights are off or dimmed down. You've got a lot of good places to really kind of enjoy that nightlife. And let me drop down the dimmer. I mean, I think that's pretty darn neat. I think that's pretty cool. So right over here is before we head onto the outside, this is going to be your control panel. So you have all your different slide outs and awning controls, tank heaters as well. So although Hemisphere is not the most expensive unit, it is by no means, you know, the least expensive unit. It is one of those things where, you know, kind of value and quality start meeting up. So that tank heater is really nice. They're 12-volt pads that stick onto the bottom of your tanks and run off of solar, you know, your battery, you know, your truck if you wanted to. There's a lot of good stuff going on there. It's also got the tankless on-demand water heater by Suburban, so you'll be able to take some pretty darn warm showers. So I think we head back over to the front and you know, start off with this pass-through storage. But in case I don't know if I said it again, sometimes, you know, they hire me because I'm friendly. All the specifications down on the link, a link for Funtown for the pricing. But I mean, look at the pass-through storage that you get. Heated and enclosed accessibility. So what that is nice for is this is going to be a climate-controlled area, so that way you don't have to worry about things, you know, kind of freezing up. Obviously, it's going to be a little colder than the inside of the coach, but it should be able to keep it at a very manageable level. They're also going to be the slam latch doors, and notice how it's just really easy to put it back up. It's because it's on the magnets, so I like that as well. You got a little bottle opener to crack open a couple cold ones, get your cold cans of apple juice popping, you'll be good to go. Forgot to turn on the front cap lights, but you also have your battery disconnect. And then right under here, if you show them, that's part of that accessibelly. So every 6 feet, this rib armor is going to be a separate piece. Now, the nice part about that is, let's just say if you have some issues on the front or the back of the couch, you don't have to completely remove the entire underbelly of your unit. You can remove that one section. So you're going to save hundreds of dollars just in the maintenance time to remove and put back up that. So I think that's a pretty cool feature to have. Heading up into the front, you know, obviously you got your pin box, but let's show them the lights here up front. So you got that little ember lighting, and that's just going to help you, you know, for obvious reasons, a little bit of additional light. Underneath the cap in the storage, you're going to have a place for your battery boxes, a spare tire, just a really good, you know, use of space there. Oh, I'm getting in your way, aren't I? Propane behind this door, and then right here, I kind of like how you have the combo. You got like the, you know, like the Lamborghini style door, and then like, you know, your normal person door right here. But this is going to be the back end of that pass-through storage. You got the little plastic portion right here that has a feed through for your cords, but you also have your docking station. So your winterization system, you know, your bypass, your cable, satellite, Black One, fresh tank, city water fill there too as well. So everything's kind of in a really nice, convenient place, along with your hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower. That's the back end of your on-demand hot water heater. So that's going to be nice. It's going to be a little bit more effective, and it doesn't run off the electric, but it's instant heat basically. As long as you have propane, it'll last a way longer shower for you. You also get your 50 amp connection right here. Now right under here is going to be your sewer outlet connection. So it's located at a fairly good point there for you, right to the left of the you know, the dual axles, which are nice. Right here is going to be your other dump. And then Nick, if you do a slow pan left, right there you got that little tube next to the axle. That's going to be for the old stinky slinky. So you got a good place, you know, to put the old poop tank I'm talking about. Right there, yeah, good spot just in case. Now all of these slides are going to be eligible for a slide topper as well. If you're not familiar with what a slide topper is, come on over here. Let's show them this guy right here. So if you look up there, that's going to be what a slide topper is. It prevents debris from falling on top of your unit and basically takes away the need to crawl up on top of your unit every time you're parked under a tree to prevent a leak. The last thing that you want is a self-inflicted leak because, you know, a 6-inch branch is stuck in there and pops into your seal. Never going to have a good day with that. Backup camera prep over up on the top so you can see what's going on behind you. I always recommend the Furrion S Vision, which that's prepped for. It also has a one-way mic. Not only does it help you when you're driving down the road, but when you're backing up the camper, you can see, and only one of you can talk to each other. So it's going to be like a good relationship saver. You can't yell at each other, you know, when you're parking in. It's I imagine that has saved hundreds of unnecessary arguments, because I guarantee you that's the part you're going to argue about. You also have the Lippert on-demand on-the-go ladder system, so you can hook up the ladder, get on top of your fully walkable roof, and you're ready to rock. Now we're kind of back over to where we came out of, but you have your 2 JBL speakers, cable and satellite hookups, But you know what, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this tour. Again, it's the 2025 Hemisphere 375 FAM. My name is Hunter. Have a great day. See ya.